Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, you guys seem so, he's excited at least. Welcome. I'm assuming you are here to support some people, but it doesn't sound like it. All right, sounds good. All right, so welcome to the LaunchPad competition. It's brought to you by the Center for Entrepreneurship. You're in the fantastic building right now. You should probably already know that. So today we have some exciting things going on. We're going to have 4 businesses who are going to be competing for up to $7,500 towards their businesses. If you're wondering who I am, my name is Colin Response. I am a recording artist, performing artist, and a personality. Also a graduate of Humber College's music program. Woo! Hey! Also a recipient of, or a winner of this competition in a previous year, as well as the Venture Seed program brought to you by the Center for Entrepreneurship. So I suppose that's why I was qualified to tell everyone I'm not qualified, and that's why they're here. Yes. All right, so what's going to be going on today is pretty simple. Each of these 4 businesses are going to come up, and they're going to have 3 minutes to pitch to the judges. You're going to have a very solid 3 minutes, because I will be ruthless. You will not be talking longer than 3 minutes. After which, the judges are going to be asking you some questions, and you're also going to have 5 minutes to answer those questions. After 5 minutes, you will also be cut off. I would suggest that you're strategic in your questions, knowing that, so you can give the judges the information that they need to know to show validity in your business. So, for those of you who don't know why you're here exactly, I'm going to give you a little briefing on the LaunchPad. So, the LaunchPad Pitch Competition supports Humber College and Guelph-Humber students develop and grow their early-stage business concepts. The competition was first introduced in 2012, and this is the first year we're having a live event. Hey, pat me on the back, guys. All right, so as I mentioned before, LaunchPad winners can receive up to $7,500 to support their startup ideas, along with the guidance and support from the Center for Entrepreneurship and access to the Center for Entrepreneurship's resources. So the LaunchPad is open to teams led by currently enrolled Humber College and Guelph-Humber students. All right, so just want to let you know about the contests that are also going to be going on. We got a Twitter contest. The hashtag for this event is CFE Launchpad. So hashtag CFE Launchpad. And as well, I want to let you know that when you're posting your stuff on Twitter, you're going to be entered to win a little swag bag at the end of the event. And each of you who came in, if you came through the front door, I don't know who's sneaking around, you should have got one of those. You want to hold that up? There you go. A ballot. So you can fill out that ballot, and you can use your expert knowledge to decide who you think will be getting the most funding. And you're going to be entered to win a prize as well. I just want to make sure that you know you must submit your ballot before 5:30 in order for it to be entered into the draw. And then we'll announce the draw for an iPad mini. This very same iPad, I'm just kidding, but you'll get your own new iPad mini. And that's going to be done at 5:45. So before we begin, I want to introduce your fantastic judges. Can we make some noise? Amazing. Starting from my left to your right, we have Manny Kalia. He is a business development manager at Ontario Centers of Excellence. Can we get a round of applause, please? We have Prince Khan, a business associate from Brampton's Entrepreneur Center. We have Alex Sensen, senior business strategist at RIC Center. And we have Corinne Sharp, president of Sharp Perspective, Inc. So before we bring up the first business to pitch, I want to thank the Ontario Centers of Excellence. I want to also thank Applied Research and Innovation and the Center for Entrepreneurship team and all the volunteers. And before I bring up our first business, I'm going to give you a little briefing on them for those of you who don't completely know. So, our first business that we're going to have coming up is called Find My Fit. So, Find My Fit, a fashion service for men that assists in creating a unique style based on their preferences and measurements. The online platform will bring the highest quality name brands and present them in an easily accessible format. By linking the worlds of fashion and data science, they create the future of the male shopping experience. Find My Fit. So, if we could have Find My Fit come on up here. We're going to give you the microphones, and the moment you start talking is when that timer is going to start going down. So come on up.
Wait, this is a test? Good, they haven't started.
Don't start.
Okay.
You also need a microphone?
Okay. Oh, no. Okay.
All right, so everyone make some noise for Find My Fit.
So thank you very much. We are Find My Fit. Oh, wait, I don't have the clicker. No one, okay. Can we redo?
You're good, it hasn't started yet.
Okay.
You're good.
Wait, I just want to... Okay, good. Okay. Hi, yes, we're Find My Fit. So, my name is Devlin, this is Justin, and Aiden, and we will be presenting to you today. I'm going to start with telling you just a little story. This is Desmond. He's usually not this blurry. But Desmond is 42 years old. He lives in Toronto, works in the financial services industry, makes about 95 grand a year. Now, Desmond has a problem. He goes to stores and he just can't find clothes that fit him. He goes to stores that he used to go to and sizes he used to wear, doesn't work. Goes to new places, still can't find anything. And so, with this common pain in our hearts, we created the solution, Find My Fit. Let me tell you about how it works. So, you create your account with the triple SP method, which is you enter in your sizes, your style, and your shipping and payment information, and you create your account. Once you enter in all that, you open up to your own personalized dashboard with all the styles in styles that you like, in sizes that are guaranteed to fit, as for our matching algorithm. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will cut our presentation. And now that you are familiar with our product, we'll be happy to hear your questions. Thank you very much.
There we go. But thank you. Awesome. So nice and concise. Didn't even have to cut you off. Kudos to you.
We learned from last time.
So we're going to hand it over to the judges to see what questions they have for you.
Thank you very much. Now, we had an opportunity to review a lot of your material before, so it's great. So I'd like to understand the research that you've done on, why size, why that age category, why only men, et cetera.
That was a fantastic question, and I'm the quant, so thank you. Okay. So why the age group that we have? Well, first of all, just to make sure you know, as judges do, our target age group is 35 to 54, and they are men who start with incomes around $80,000 and up. Now, we chose this demographic, which we're calling the Silver Foxes, because, ain't they swell? Now, we chose this demographic because they make up 74% of our of the market, or of people who make $80,000 or more. They also own about a third of the national wealth in Canada. Also, they have greater disposable income than the average Canadian household, 4,300 as opposed to 35. But one of the main reasons why we picked them was because of here. they are one of the most time-pressed generations. These are men, usually sort of high-powered executives, or working their way up there. They don't have the time to look for clothes, nor do they want to. Deloitte University showed a study that men see clothing shopping as an expense as opposed to an investment. No matter, I see a smile, so I'm hoping I'm getting through. No matter, like, even if you find that perfect garment, you just wasted half an hour finding that perfect garment. You didn't invest that time. It's a waste. You could have used that building your business, building your career. Another reason why is because Pew Research shows that this demographic has the means for the brands which we are trying to court, which are high-valued brands like the Tommy Hilfiger, the Banana Republic, and Saint Laurent, Ralph Lauren. These brands have quality already espoused to them. I don't need to prove to you that my product is good if I can use these brands. I mean, we obviously will, but there's already a name brand built, and there's already trust established in that product. And they use online shopping. They're familiar with it, and they like it, meaning that migration to our platform will be easy for them. So that's why that demographic, for the answer to your question.
Can you elaborate on go-to-market strategy? So how you guys going to reach out to clients, and how you guys going to build it?
Sure. Do you want me to get that one, or do you guys want it? Or wait, Justin, do you want to continue? I can, but okay. So yeah. So our go-to-market strategy, as sort of outlined in the brief that we sent you, is essentially you'll notice that the largest portion of our funding will be going to advertising. That's because if we can, I'm going to skip ahead to the profit revenue slide. Oh. If you look at our profit projections, you'll notice that we have two main sources of revenue, which is advertising as well as a premium membership, which we can discuss for you if you would like to. So right now, our premium our primary source of revenue is advertising. So for our go-to-market market strategy, if I understand you correctly, we will be advertising in places where our client or our users are. So these are, again, business websites, things like that. For the actual product itself, we've already made agreements with wholesalers at Holt Renfrew and at the Bay. And so if we can show the viability of our product, we can get the meetings and hookups with them so that we can actually start using their brands. Oh, okay. And then we can start using their brands to sell through our website, which solves another problem of theirs, which is, sorry for this, 10% of all clothes purchased a year get returned to retailers. That's $284 billion worth of clothes and losses for those companies. With Find My Fit, there's no returns because it's a perfect fit. That's our guarantee. Imagine a $284 billion profit to all those companies. This is why it's attractive to them. Also, 42% of all online purchases are on clothes every year in Canada. So we know that there is a market for it, and we know that there is a common pain. Find My Fit facilitates that market capacity, that shop online, and it leaves a common pain found by a large portion of the market. Did that answer your question, or did I dance around it?
No, it's all right. It's, okay. The reason I'm asking, like, do you know how to bring people to your website, and how many people you need to bring over there?
That's another excellent question. So we have counted our target market around 624,338 possible men. So these are men in Canada who are men who make our, or in our, the proper demographic and have the revenue or have the annual income. So we know the general. We know the general size of our target market, and we know that they are willing to buy. So we know where they are and that they're on business websites. So okay, we can stop that.
All right.
Can you elaborate?
Thank you. Actually, they're out of time. Sorry, guys. Well, everybody, make some noise for Find My Fit. Amazing, amazing. Gonna need that microphone too. I only have so many hands though. Here, you can just toss it right here. All right, all right. So let us continue and bring up another innovative business. The next business that we're going to be bringing up is called Lightbulb. I'm going to give you a little briefing on them. Lightbulb. an online community where artists and designers pay experts to review creative work in fields like music, art, design, film, and advertising. Users are to upload their work on Lightbulb's website and choose an expert to review it. The chosen expert performs a detailed analysis of the user's submission and responds with a written report containing personalized feedback for the user. Lightbulb. All right.
So we're Lightbulb. Here's the problem. Let's say I'm a musician auditioning to the Berklee School of Music. I only get one chance for acceptance, so I need someone to review my audition before I send it in. But there's no one available locally. So where am I supposed to go for help?
Now let's say I'm a Berklee graduate. If there was a way to connect with this guy and it was worth my time, I'd be happy to give him some feedback. I'm always looking for more work, and I could squeeze a few more hours into my schedule each week.
So that's the problem. Finding qualified feedback is difficult in creative fields because of scheduling conflicts and a lack of connections. But now there's a service that answers these needs.
Lightbulb is an online community where artists and designers pay experts to review auditions, performances, and compositions. Our initial focus is in music, with the possibility of expanding to include fields like advertising, design, film, and art.
So how are we going to make money? The users pay the experts for their feedback, and we retain 20% from each transaction. Our prices will vary from $30 a song up to $100 for an audition, and we've already confirmed these rates with some of our experts.
So what about our competition? There are some free forums online, but our surveys show that people are not satisfied with these services. Online workshops can be affordable, but they're often generic and impersonal. If you're lucky, you might find a local mentor, but with travel time and scheduling issues, this is often inconvenient. Post-secondary institutions can provide great education, but they're too expensive for most people. Now, despite their flaws, there is a huge market for these services, with local private lessons bringing in $1.2 billion in North America in music alone, and the fine arts school industry in the States pulling in $4 billion. People are paying to improve.
We did some preliminary market testing through Facebook ads and Google AdWords. We're estimating that 6% of our 47 signups will turn into sales, and that each customer will cost $18 to acquire. We're expecting the lifetime value of each customer to be $60, which will generate a healthy acquisition ratio of 3 to 1.
So what about the experts? Well, there are 91,000 professors at fine arts schools across the states. We reached out to 250 teaching at Humber, McGill, University of Toronto, and popular YouTube musicians. So far, we have 50 experts interested in using Lightbulb with no advertising costs.
So who are we? I'm an entrepreneur. I've been in business over 5 years, and I'm studying advertising at Humber so I can perfect my marketing skills and apply them on my projects.
And I'm a music student at Humber with experience teaching music privately, and I've seen the problems with online lessons that need to be improved. Besides the two of us, we're also working with 2 web developers, Sam and Alex.
We're asking you for $7,500 so we can pay our developers and increase our ad budget, along with a mentor who can guide us through the web development. And that's why we're here.
All right.
Could you please talk about the market research you've conducted to date with real customers?
Sure, yep. So we created a sign-up page telling people about our service. It's more of a pre-service. So we said we have mentors available offering their feedback for a price. If you're interested, insert your email. And we gained 47 of those through Facebook ads and Google AdWords.
At what cost?
So that only cost about $50 in ads for 47 signups, and then our customer acquisition, we assume 6% of those would turn into sales. That's an estimate, and that will generate $18 per customer.
Do you have any sort of incentives to kind of retain these customers? I mean, they might be just one-time buyers, but how do you get them to come back to do other services with you?
Yeah, so the premise behind our website is it's going to be more of a community vibe. So they can come to the website as a one-time deal if they want, but we're going to have a rating system and a forum where all the users can interact with each other. So if you submit a project and you want others to give you feedback for free, like other users of the website and not just the expert that you're paying for, we'll open that option for them as well. So they'll get the feedback that they're paying for, but they'll also get all the free feedback, and then that can open up more venues for them to find other people in their field that they might want to collaborate with or just talk to. It's more of a forum that we're hoping to bring people as returning customers.
Question, first of all, good presentation, guys. How did you come up with your pricing model of $30 to $100?
Yep. So we base that off of what the experts charge for their hourly rates
Okay,
and how long it would take them to review each project.
okay.
So yeah, we actually sent out a bunch of emails to Humber professors at first in the music department and the comedy department and the film department, and we asked them if they'd be able to set aside a few hours a week to do this, how much time they'd be willing to put forward, and how much they would charge per hour. So, and then we used that and asked them, okay, how long would it take you to do, say, write up a one-page review for a project like viewing a 5-minute film or listening to a 5-minute song or something, and then we just put all those numbers together.
Excellent presentation. Can you talk about the competition and how you guys going to protect yourself against them?
Sure. So like we said, the competition, there's none in our direct market space because there's local competitors, there's other online classes and stuff like that, but the real value that we provide is the personalized feedback. So you can't really get that through online courses because it's just a big marketplace. So our main target is, you know, people who want very personalized feedback, and that's going to be our main value proposition.
So yeah, we're encouraging the experts to send feedback based on a certain criteria or rubric that that the user submits with their work. So say they're auditioning for a music school, there's going to be a certain criteria that goes with that you can't really get anywhere else, and then the expert will send feedback that's only based on these certain guidelines. So they're not getting extraneous information that they don't want to pay for.
The reason I was asking, what if the competition is copying your model? Like, how are you guys going to stop them?
Sure. So one thing we hope to do is build a community and where people actually put some of their time into investing and giving other people free feedback and receiving feedback as well, and then get them to spend more time on the site so it makes them harder for them to leave.
Where are you at with the prototype of your website from a dev's perspective?
Sure. So we're working with our 2 web developers, and we have pretty much a good wireframe going of how we're going to construct it, and that's pretty much ready to go. So we've done some Photoshop mock-ups, and we know the structure and everything, so it's just a matter of putting in the work and getting it built.
When could you flip the switch?
We're estimating in 6 months from the date of this competition.
So with $7,500 in funding, what value-added milestone could you achieve and in what time period?
Yep, so we assume that about half of that would go to the web development, and then half would be on getting new customers and sales. And we calculated we could get about over 200, 210 new customers based on our acquisition model, and that would generate about $12,000 in sales from our models. So about $5,000 profit off of the $7,500 investment.
All right. Seems like that's all the questions. Let's make some noise. Thank you very much. Light bulb. All right, so we're going to bring up our next business. Our next business is called Solar Soldiers. So I'll give you a little briefing on them. Solar Soldiers, a solar-powered kit that provides various essential services that are absent in over 3 billion homes globally. The kit is solar-powered and provides a safe and efficient cooking salutation for countries that lack access to electricity. Solar Soldiers. Let's make some noise.
Good evening. My name is Mitch Herman, and I'm the founder of Solar Soldiers. Unfortunately, my partner Kais could not be here today. However, he is still my partner. So, So our customer has a major critical pain point that we are trying to resolve. And in the fact that 15% of the world does not have access to an electrical grid. They live based off of the use of kerosene oil as a source of lighting for their homes. And this on average eats up approximately 25 to 30% of their household income just to light their homes. So the solution to this is that we offer an alternative, affordable solar lighting and cooking kit. That's purpose is to eliminate the economic, health, and environmental detrimental implications of the use of kerosene. So our product is powered by a solar panel and consists of a main general power hub, which has a battery and controller in it that allows us to power a major LED panel to light the majority of a house. It allows for additional LED bulbs for excess rooms. It allows for the powering of a radio, which is by popular demand, and rechargeable portable lamps, and the ability to charge cell phones, which is another pain point for our intended customers. So our demographic makes on average slightly less than $2 a day in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. So you must be questioning, how can they afford this? Well, believe it or not, these regions are actually leading the world in mobile phone payments. And because of this, we're able to create a feasible microfinancing model for them to essentially finance the product and eventually pay it off to own it indefinitely. So the way this works is for the financing of the microfinancing model, our customer pays a down payment, which covers our initial cost of manufacturing, installing, and shipping the product. And then they make daily incremental payments via text message to pay off the product until they own it indefinitely. And then they don't have to worry about kerosene no more. Another model that we came up with is to sell directly in wholesale to NGOs and charities, and to also apply for certain grants like the Renewable Energy Fund of Africa. So another alternative revenue stream for our product is to sell our kit and other essential solar items on a multitude of e-commerce platforms such as Amazon and eBay. So we have two major competitors in the home kit industry. And
all right, so we're going to head it over to the judges for some questions.
Start, I guess. So in terms of getting these products to the location, I initially read that you were working with not-for-profits on this, but in terms of training and getting all these installed, have you factored that into your cost? Or because I think
we've talked to suppliers about the shipping freight rates to send it directly to Kenya, Nairobi in particular. So we've accounted for that in our initial costs. And for the implementation of salesmen, we are actually hiring them based off of commission. So what they sell, they make a good percentage on. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to lay out any initial cash to essentially hire anyone except for a customer service rep to work the storefront and answer any various questions that any customers may have.
What about installation though?
Installation, yeah, we also train the salespeople to. Thank you. We also train the salesmen to install as well.
Okay.
So they're multifaceted employees.
So I take it that you have to finance inventory initially to sell into the market before you get reimbursed for that through the micropayments. So how much is that going to cost you in inventory, and how long does it take to get paid back?
Well, the whole what I was going to say about my competitor is that we take about 214 days initially for the full product to be paid off, as opposed to their full 365 days. And once we build that financial relationship with our customer, we have other products that we could also finance to them on terms of mortgaging their kit. And it would take about for this kit in particular, it would take approximately about 6 months until we start turning profit. But our initial expenses are paid off, but I'm talking about paying off the employees and the rent in Nairobi. We've also calculated places to rent in areas that are good to rent, and we've done the currency conversion from shillings to Canadian.
Sorry, so your revenue model is you're gonna charge them for a kit, or is it like a continuously monthly base?
Right. We essentially we charge them a down payment to cover our initial costs on manufacturing and shipping and installing the product, and then and then they make daily incremental payments of 35 cents a day. So it takes 214 days for them to pay off the kit. We essentially make $75 per kit. And they actually say it's a quid pro quo relationship because as we profit, they actually save money on their kerosene expense. Because on average, they pay about 45 cents a day for kerosene.
So how many units do you feel you need to get started, and how much will that cost you in operating costs?
We've talked to suppliers through China, and the minimum order quantity is about $200. So we need approximately $4,000 to $5,000 for the initial shipping. But we could also, if we implement a storefront in Nairobi, we would actually save a lot on freight shipping by sending it from China to Africa, as opposed to sending it to Canada and then to Africa.
And sorry, I may have missed it. What's your cost per unit for manufacturing?
Cost per unit's approximately $20, $22.50. There's multiple kits, so we also manufacture multiple different types for different uses for different demographics, but it ranges from about $20 to $30 a kit.
I know you had it in your bio, but can you share about theft? Because you show pictures where they're on thatched huts, and I'm sure that's a problem.
Right. Well, actually, a lot of the funding that we need is required to, we'd require it to actually create a software that has to do with a SIM card chip. So the customer actually texts the money to the SIM card in the product, and this SIM card is able to actually shut the whole product down if need be, if people stop making payments or it's stolen. And we have a 1-year warranty on it. So the software essentially takes all the data sent from the SIM cards and puts it into a customer management software program where it calculates their debt, their name, their phone number, their address. And in terms of theft, we do offer a 1-year warranty. We could shut down the product whenever. And it's really hard to steal, because as you could see in one of the slides, it's really installed and wired through a whole roof, so the person would have to climb the whole house, take their time to really uninstall the product, and all of the rest of the products on the inside of the house, so you'd have to require a break-in to take the rest.
All right. So we're going to bring up our final business who's going to be pitching for the judges and all of you today. Our final business is called Working for Full Bellies. Working for Full Bellies is a social enterprise created to close the communication gap between millennials and food banks. The goal is to create a transparent and tangible donation channel that increases the donations required for food items and overall donations to food banks during historically low months. Everybody make some noise for Working for Full Bellies.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alicia, and this is Working for Full Bellies. It's a social enterprise created to close the communication gap between millennials and food banks, as you heard. Food banks face a variety of issues that create a cumulative impact. They receive too much unhelpful food and not enough healthy food, and the months with the highest need have the lowest level of donations. And while it feels really good to give cans, food bank employees can actually stretch money much farther to buy more cans. Our initiative is targeting millennials who are aged 26 to 36. They're socially conscious shoppers, and they will soon be 3/4 of the income-earning population in Canada. And now is the time to reach them, particularly because the causes that people start to support in their 30s, they'll support all the way up into their 80s. Our solution communicates with millennials right where they need that information, on supermarket shelves. Our high-tech label will be affixed to different foods, particularly healthy foods, like, for example, eggs. This is hard to do. I didn't realize I'd have a microphone. So on an egg carton, we would have our sticker affixed to the front of it, and then it's a dual purpose. You can peel the top off, and you would scan this at the cash register so that you could purchase a carton of eggs for the food bank, as well as your own carton of eggs. And left on the carton of eggs is part of our sticker here that will continue to engage the customer once they take their product home. Our solution works as a result of strategic communication, reducing the barriers to purchase and also creating channels of participation that fit with the lifestyles of millennials. The food bank gets more of the food that they need. People are discouraged from donating the discards from the back of their cupboards. And the items can be purchased at full retail price will then create a higher ratio of goods that can be purchased on the back end. Our revenue model can work with almost any product. We are using eggs right now because it's one of the most straightforward models, and the Ontario Association of Food Banks has an agreement with the Ontario Egg Farmers Association. So eggs normally cost about $4 a carton, and so then about 50% of that goes to the OAFB, and they will purchase a carton of eggs for $1.90. 10% of that goes to the retailer so that they can cover their costs. In this case, it would be about 40 cents. And the leftover comes to us to cover our costs and be our revenue. Obviously, we will want to expand on this, but at the moment, eggs is where we are focusing to help us with our next steps. So, this funding will allow us to register barcodes, develop and print our labels, and establish our online presence, complete with live tracker, to show everyone when online. Sorry.
All right, to the judges.
So millennials are social online, and how do you think you could make this a social activity and generate interest?
Put her mic back on.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So part of what the money is going to do is it's going to allow us to create a website that will have a live tracker that will show how many things have been sold so that people can go onto our website and see exactly the impact that they're making. And as well as we're going to develop a social media presence through Facebook, Instagram, and then we're also going to have a blog that will we will work with the clients at the food bank to show exactly how their donations have helped people. So now it becomes a community feeling, and you're not just donating money into a void, you're actually going to see a direct impact.
What stage are you at right now? Have you started talking to the grocery stores? Are they okay with this idea of putting in stickers?
So at the moment, we are in talks with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to double check on what the restrictions and requirements are for putting a label on the food. I've also been talking to the Ontario Association of Food Banks. They have suggested eggs as a beginning because they also have agreements with the Pork Association, the Beef Association, and milk, but eggs is very direct. And I've also talked to the Ontario Egg Farmers Association. They're on board, and I've been in talks with the the Parkdale Community Food Bank. They have a local grocer where we can go and do a direct proof of concept in store, as long as I get the approval of the egg farmers and the federal government.
So just to confirm the process, so I walk into the grocery store, I see a sticker on the eggs. I don't pick up 2 cartons, I only pick up 1.
Correct.
It's scanned, and then
Yep.
that goes into a database that is then okay, thank you very much for your donation.
Yep.
12 eggs have gone to your local food bank.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing is eliminating the steps that have to do with the distribution channels. So instead of it going into a bin and waiting there and having to do all of this, we're going to get direct, healthy food that is perishable to the food bank so that there's healthier food with their clients, and you don't have to pick up and carry around cans.
Can you tell me a little bit about your marketing strategy? So let's say a consumer goes into the store, they see this label, but they don't understand what this label means. Like, how are you grasping those consumers that are just coming into the store but don't really use social media as, a platform?
Sure. So on the front of the sticker, it will show here. So on the top, it'll say, 1 for me, 1 for you. Scan this label to purchase a carton of eggs for your local food bank. This is what it says on the back. And then we're also going to have it on, this will stay on the eggs, so that even if you don't scan, you can become in contact with us and you can get more involved and more informed. And it also works to either you can show off to your friends because you did it, or it becomes a bad thing because you didn't.
So can you tell us a little bit about the execution models? The grocery store, who's putting the stickers on, who will do in-store promotion, all of those types of things?
Sure. So at the moment, the company's basically a network, and in the beginning, while we're doing the proof of concept and keeping costs low, it will be me that will go in and do the stickering. It'll be a lower amount. Once we start to gain some traction and get into more and more grocery stores, one of my hopes is that we would have the students, the high school students who usually work at grocery stores, do the stickering as part of their 40 hours community service. So now we're even branching out in that direction.
Have you looked at the online shopping, which is huge not only for millennials but other busy people, on how that can be an avenue for this philanthropic opportunity?
Yes, actually. One of the grocery stores after the proof of concept that we want to initially talk with is Longo's, and they have Grocery Gateway. And one of the ways that we've been looking into that is like how we could potentially integrate that into the system, because then people could get tax receipts once they did a whole bunch of donations in that way. And I know that that will appeal to other generations, but that's once we start to branch out a little further. That's a little ways down the road.
Can you go over your revenue model again? Sorry.
Sure. So the retailer, or the retail purchase is the whole amount of the eggs. But the Ontario Association of Food Banks has bulk purchasing power with several of the Ontario producers, so they can purchase things at about half the cost of what it costs at the retail price. And then because the retailer would get 10%, whatever is left over would go to us. So if the eggs cost $3, $1.90 would still go to the OAFB, 10% of that $3 would go to them, and we would get the rest.
So transparency is going to be the key for you, because this is more like
Yeah.
a charity event, so people want to know where the money is going as well. Sorry.
Yeah, that's...
So sorry, we don't even have time for that last question. Sorry, guys. All right, make some noise. Amazing. All right, so can we just get a round of applause for all of the business who have come up here and pitched today? Okay, so obviously the judges are going to need some time to go through and evaluate how they feel about what you've all presented. I wanted to myself just say, great job, and I also wanted to say to keep in mind, regardless of what happens today, to know that this is not the anchor to the future of your business. And regardless of what happens today, if it is something you truly want to do, it's a journey you can embark on and find means of finding yourself to your objectives. So congratulations for being here and having ideas and wanting to push yourself forwards to accomplish them, because it's a lot more than many people do already. So thank you for that. I also want to open up the floor and bring up Cheryl Mitchell. She is going to share with you some of the things that the Center for Entrepreneurship is doing while the judges deliberate.
Oh, are we going upstairs?
Woo, make some noise.
We do this by first getting a clear understanding of the user's body proportions and clothing.
We'll be announcing the prizes for the pitch competition as well as the prizes for the Twitter and the ballots that you, of course, have already handed in.
Many men, myself included, find it stressful to shopping at times. Especially
So I'll just give it a minute and then I'll talk about some other things. But first of all, what I would like to do is again reiterate what Colin had said and congratulate each and every one of our finalists. So again, I'd like you guys to give them a round of applause. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Cheryl Mitchell, and I'm the program coordinator for the Center for Entrepreneurship. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the G building, or the CFE as we call for short, the Center for Entrepreneurship. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we have going on, and I'd like to invite everybody to come and visit us more often and use the facilities and come and talk to us and join us on some of our events that we're having. So the most recent one we have coming up is next week, next Wednesday, February the 15th. This is our member appreciation event, or our member orientation event. So what we want to do is encourage membership for the Center for Entrepreneurship. So maybe one day you can be like one of our great finalists and come up and pitch your idea for some money. So this is an orientation to talk a little bit about what the services we offer to students are and how we can help you maybe take that idea that you have, or even just if you have an interest in entrepreneurship, how we can work with you to get you to that next step. So the member orientation event is a fun networking opportunity for students to come in, listen to other people's ideas, learn about the resources that are available to you, and then just have fun. We're going to have fun, we're going to have food, and you get to meet other people and other ideas. Some of the other events that we have on Tuesdays, we have every Tuesday at 4:15 here at the center on the second floor, is we have our BYOB session. And no, it's not bring your own beer, it's be your own boss. So you get a chance to come in every week, and we have themes every week with one of our faculty members, Jim Skinner, who is an expert in entrepreneurship, and he will work with the students to take that idea to the next level. And we'll bring in guest speakers on particular topics and help you to improve that idea or take it to the next level. And I'm not sure where Colin went. Yeah. Fill out those ballots. Where's the ballot box, Maria? All right, the ballot box is over there at the front door. So if you haven't picked yet, pick. The judges will be deliberating for a couple of minutes, and then they'll be back with their final, final. If you wanted some more pizza or popcorn, help yourself there. Oh, there you are. I'm done now.
Amazing. All right, so the judges will be back shortly. Make yourself at home. I mean, you've paid enough tuition, so get comfortable.
I forget what else I was supposed to, which other ones I was talking about. Oh, one more.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Mad world, mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday, mad world.
At LaunchPad, before we begin, I want you to envision on the daily, waking up and thinking to yourself, should I purchase enough food for everyone to eat in the house? Or spend that couple extra dollars or sense on availability of lighting so that your kids can study and stay up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have all been waiting for. I want to invite the judges back to take their seats, and we're going to announce, actually, they don't need to take their seats. They're going to come take some pictures anyways. We're going to announce the winners. Again, I want to encourage everybody to give all the businesses a round of applause. So without further ado, I am excited to say that the judges decided to award the full amount of funding of $7,500 to Lightbulb. So come on up. We're going to take some photos. And as we do that, I would like to also announce, here you go. If you want to bring the judges up, and you guys can snap some photos with the judges.
They're historically low donation months, but they have the highest level of food insecurity. Our initiative uses a variety of technologies and it will influence people to donate food right where the food is.
I would also like to mention that the judges also decided that there was going to be a second place business who was going to be funded as well, and they wanted to clearly say that they believed both businesses could be funded, despite the fact that Lightbulb was in fact the clear winner, and they've decided to fund the second place with an equal $7,500, and that business is Working for Full Bellies.
This funding award will help us to create our proof of concept so that we can test in store and we can bring it up together, we can make sure everyone has full bellies. Thank you.
All right, so now this gives me the opportunity to give some more prizes to the audience for coming here, for supporting entrepreneurship like the judges have, like everyone at the Center for Entrepreneurship has. So, we got our Twitter winner right here. Let's hope they stuck around. Their tag is @Gillies, so that's Marin Gillies. Are you still here? Hey, congratulations. And they said social media wasn't good for anything, and they were wrong. And here we have the ballot for the winner for my iPad mini. For all of those folks who did in fact choose Lightbulb as the winner, we have the winner of the iPad mini, Daniela. You got a great last name. Shakira. Shaniqua. Daniela Shaniqua. Unfortunately, it looks like either I can't say her name or she's no longer here. Is there a Danielle at all here? It's one of those days, Daniela. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, so for the next person who will, in fact, be winning because they stuck around and had faith in the person they chose, we'll be awarding it.
The goal of Find My Fit is not to
Well,
create
you guys in the last names.
The goal is to bring old routines
Ryan
habits.
Mazumi. He's like, ah! Congratulations. Right? Let this be a lesson to all the businesses here that,
Getting a clear understanding of the
you know,
body proportion.
just stick around. Keep doing it, and you'll eventually win something.
Unique styles that not only help the user elevate
Congratulations.
but also help them find their right fit.
I want to echo again what I had said earlier when I mentioned that, of course, congratulations to all the winners here. I'm not going to say the corny thing of saying, we're all winners, but what I am going to say is that just because you didn't win today does not mean that you will not win. And, you know, failure only comes when you stop, right? So if you believe in your business, I encourage you to continue to push forward relentlessly. And as doors slam in your face, open them. And when they're locked, pick the lock. You know, find any way you can to continue to push forward. Go back to the drawing board if necessary. And you know, take no for an answer. Just keep looking as to why they said no and then find a yes, you know. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank all the volunteers. I want to thank the judges. Of course, everyone, please give a round of applause for the judges. And I want to thank our sponsors, Ontario Centres of Excellence, and of course, Applied Research and Innovation here in Humber, and the Center for Entrepreneurship. And I want to say thank you all for coming out. It's been amazing to see, like, the minds of young people. I say that, I'm really not that old, but the minds of young people, regardless of my age, it's astounding, honestly, and I want to congratulate every one of you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. Again, my name is Colin Response, and this is the LaunchPad Competition.